You're tuned in to 103.3 WPPV, Watchpoint Radio. Talking all Overwatch League all the time. Now back to Mad Monte and the DoA.
What's up, Overwatch fans? It's Mad Monte and the DoA taking you through your morning drive. Uber will be here in just a bit with his tank traffic on the 10s, but we're going to talk some Overwatch League in the meantime. DoA, how are you feeling as we head into week 5 of stage 2?
What a
That's
time
great.
to be alive.
I feel that way too, DoA. I feel that way too. But you know what's on my mind today? It's the Shanghai Dragons. You know, I talked about these guys before. I said them playing in the Overwatch League is like a punishment from the Greek underworld. They're just suffering like Tantalus or Sisyphus. They just can't get these wins. I thought it couldn't possibly get worse than it was already. But then their coach is leaving now. Undead and Dia, their best players are all back in China. And even though I thought maybe there was going to be an Orpheus coming, except like a successful Orpheus, not like the real Orpheus that couldn't get anybody out of Hades. There's going to be an Orpheus. They were going to get these Korean players, some new coaches. Things were going to turn around for this team. Maybe they still can, but without their 2 best players, how are they going to do it? This is like medieval level torture. It's like they're in an Iron Maiden. We can't do that here in America, man. We can't do that in the US of A. Don't you agree, DoA? Don't you agree with me about the Dragons?
Ooh. That's rough.
That's right. That's right. I'm glad you agree with me. I'm glad you agree with me. All right, enough about the Dragons for now. Let's take a caller. Jesse. Jesse, you're from Houston. You're on with Mad Monte.
Howdy. I got a bone to pick with y'all about my Houston Outlaws. Now, see, last week, y'all was going on about how Clockwork ain't a top tracer. But y'all are fudging them numbers. Old Clocky only plays on assault maps where there's something about something about less damage for tracers or something. Anyways, y'all ain't ranking him correct.
Jesse, you are all wrong. You've been listening to too much of Flame on Twitter, the GM for the Houston Outlaws. I love him. He's trying to protect his players, but no. I'm glad you mentioned that. We got to talk about this one, Jesse. Let's look at Clockwork's ranks among tracers on Assault in Stage 2. This is Volskaya and Hanamura. Out of 18 tracer players on Volskaya and Hanamura, Clockwork ranks 3rd worst in hero damage for 10 minutes, in limbs for 10 minutes, and final blows for 10 minutes. And it's like I say, he's not the worst in those categories because even a broken Clockwork is right 2 times a day. And for what it's worth, going back to those Dragons, the 2 players worse than, as you say, old Clocky in those last 2 categories were Dia and Undead from the winless Shanghai Dragons. So no, Clockwork's got to be fixed up. Flame better be calling some watchmakers in because he's got to get that Clockwork back on time. You know what I'm saying, Jesse?
Well, dag nabbit then, maybe we do need a better tracer then, huh?
Roasted and toasted.
That's right, DoA, that's right. Thanks for calling in. Thank you very much, Jesse. Jesse, all right, we're going to move on. Let's get to our highlights of the week. It's the NYXL versus the Soul Dynasty, the tie-breaking map 5, Ilios.
Guys. In the back, I'm looking at these ratings. They're all over the place. They're horrible. You guys are about as consistent as the LA Valiant.
No. Glenn. Much like the Valiant, we just got to have some time to put our roster together. Okay, we've been good, but we can be great. All right, Glenn? Give us some time.
You guys need more time? Any more time, we're going to be out of the ratings race. DoA, what do you got to say about this?
Well, I certainly understand your concern. We, like the Valiant, have reached absolute parity. The Valiant are 4-4 in match score, 16-1, and 16 in game score overall, and their equivalency mirrors our own positioning regarding our superiors' good graces. I believe identical reactions are necessary and that the Valiant may sometimes find themselves in times of tribulation, but a change of roster is not required. So too, our staff should remain and strive to improve.
That's right, DoA. That's right.
Young money, cash money, billionaires!
You've been listening to 103.3 WPPV, your home for all things Overwatch League. Mad Monte and the DoA.